Certainly is. Max, I want to play something. This is a former President Barack Obama, what he said last night at Rice University.
Whether it was Cronkite or Brinkley or what have you, there was a common set of facts, a baseline around which both parties had to adapt and respond to. And by the time I take office, what you increasingly have is a media environment in which, if you are a Fox News viewer, you have an entirely different reality than if you are a New York Times reader.
Well, and it is interesting, Max, I think, because admittedly, the folks at Fox will tell you, in prime time I'm talking about, they don't have to work with, they work with opinion. They don't have to work with facts in a way that news organizations, journalists like here at CNN do. They don't have to do that. And although their viewers don't know that, they think what they're saying is fact when it's actually opinion. How dangerous, do you think, are these information silos? Do they help someone who wants to spread false information?
I think it's incredibly dangerous what's going on here, Don. This is really corrosive of our democracy. You know, my friend Gary Kasparov said something very interesting. As a Russian dissident, he's seen this in operation in Russia, where Putin has taken over the country by controlling all of the sources of information and basically feeding a propaganda line to the populace. Now, in this country, thank goodness, most of the media is free and independent, and we try to tell the truth as best we can. But simply by having control of Fox News and these various social media websites and radio networks, Donald Trump is able to force feed an alternative reality to about 30% of the country. People who actually believe that Robert Mueller, a lifelong Republican and independent prosecutor, is leading a quote-unquote gang of angry Democrats on some kind of quote-unquote witch hunt against Donald Trump, which is ludicrous. I mean, it is so far-fetched for anybody who knows anything about Robert Mueller and his universal reputation for integrity, but this is commonly believed among Trump acolytes. I mean, just today, Trump tweeted this image, which is insane even for him, retweeted it, made up by somebody, showing that, and with the claim being that the Russia allegations have been disproven. Now it's time to lock up the traitors, and, you know, showing the traitors who need to be locked up, including everybody from President Obama to Secretary Clinton. There it is right there on the screen, to Rod Rosenstein. And Donald Trump today actually said that Rod Rosenstein, his own Deputy Attorney General, deserves to be locked up because he appointed a special counsel, which is his legal obligation to do, to investigate these credible charges against the president. And but it's just stunning to me to see how so many of Donald Trump's supporters are buying into this absurd and malicious propaganda line that he's feeding to defend himself against this investigation.
It is just shameless. I've often said, what does it say about them? What does it say about us that we have gotten to this point? People listen to the president. Yeah. He's also done a series of interviews since yesterday with the Washington Post, with Politico, the New York Post, trying to get his version of reality to a wider audience, not just to the right.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's important that the president puts out what he puts out beyond Fox News, because he understands that he has to play to the court of public opinion. And he has that base. He has his base, but he's trying to go beyond that to try to make his point. But the problem is that the well has been poisoned by his own pen and his own tongue and words. So what he's trying to do at this moment is make himself look better in the public eye, the broader public eye, than what he is. Because right now, you know, with Paul Manafort and everything else that's happening with Russia and Ivanka and these emails, he's trying to change and persuade people what you see is not what you're getting. It's this way. But the problem is that this president, he's like the kid who cries wolf. You know, you say it so many times, you don't believe it anymore. And listening to him, there are a lot of people who are not his base, who are using more critical thinking when he speaks, versus his base who are supporting him, saying that we're not giving him a fair chance. But this president is trying to change opinion and moving out. And I hope he grants me an interview at some point.
Yeah. I'd love to see that. I would love
Excuse
to
me,
see
what?
that. I said I would love to see that.
I would love to see that too.
I would pay to see that myself. But April, I think the danger is, even though a lot of people realize that what Trump is saying is ridiculous, I think what he's basically doing is he's sowing doubt. And there are going to be other people who say, well, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Donald Trump claims that Robert Mueller is an angry Democrat, and other people are saying that Robert Mueller has integrity. I don't know what to believe. He's basically trying to create some doubt in public opinion. That's, I think, a lot of what he's after.
Yeah, it's really
He's like Johnny
unbelievable.
Cochran. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
You must. That's why I would love to see that interview. Before I go, guys, can you guys help me say so long and farewell to one of my producers? This is her last segment that she produced, Yasmin Khorram. We just call her Yaz, and wish her luck, and we're going to miss her. We're going to miss you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you, Yaz.
All right, Yaz.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
luck, Yaz.
Don't forget about us when you're rich and famous-er. That's not a word. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. See you soon.